for our seniors, we got to do a great job leading this year, pull everybody together really, and I think we've all been working really hard to really take in like the new offense and everything, and like all the defense and everything like that. So I think it's really good right now.
What did you take from last year's senior class, maybe in the senior classes before that?
I guess how they really brought up all their young guys and everything, and like for my seniors last year, like they really took us in and we became great friends with all of them and everything. So really bringing up the young guys with us and becoming a tight-knit group.
We got a lot of guys stepping into leadership roles because last year's team had a bunch of leaders on it, 35 seniors that graduated. But I think this group just sees it as an opportunity. It's my turn. You know, we never left. We're here. We were part of that team also, which I love when they talk about that stuff. Like, yeah, we're here to push on their legacy and kind of leave our own.
We graduated a lot of guys last year. We got a pretty young team, but I think we got a lot of talent coming in, and I'm really confident how we'll do this year.
So you played as a freshman last year. What was it like for you playing as a freshman, especially being a huddle with all those older guys?
It was an awesome experience. You know, I got to learn from so many great guys. Like, I mean, Kevin's at Rutgers right now, but yeah, it was an awesome experience.
The replacing whole scheme isn't really that bad. I mean, we had guys who were real. They followed practice really well last year, so they got to watch Jacob and how he worked. And then we had a lot of guys get in games last year, so it was a quick learning experience to get back into it.
Defensively, something that I think is going to be really fun with you guys is your secondary. You got both Ryans back. Mm-hmm. Tell me about them in the secondary and what it's like matching up against them in practice.
Secondary is great. You know, I love going against them both when I have my offensive days, but then playing with them, they're great leaders. You know, especially guys who this is their first year playing defense. Both Ryans, you know, do a great job of getting everyone hyped up and leading pretty well.
The 5 DBs we have, when they're out there, I know offensively, it's in practice, it's tough to get open. And our quarterbacks and receivers are working on it, but we'll have a couple more two-way players this year. Challenge the guys in the offseason, and they ran with it to get their bodies in that kind of condition because we like to go fast on offense, and that makes it tough defensively. But we're deep, I think, and guys, we've talked a lot about leaving your egos. That we're going to rotate guys and we're going to win with numbers, and I definitely think a lot of skill comes back at the receiving core and our DBs.
How big is that for a new quarterback stepping in, facing that experience in practice every day when you got Peltani to replace, who was Mr. World for you guys the last few years?
We've got a couple great quarterbacks competing for the spot. Jagger has taken most of the first team reps, and he was fortunate enough. A couple times Jacob went down just because he ran so much. In playoff games, he got to come in and throw passes, and he completed a couple. You know, I think notably against Riverside, in a game we were down in the fourth quarter from the 5-yard line, he hit a comeback on a 3rd and 8, and I think we all kind of looked back and said, okay, he's going to be all right. So, but him, Jack Jenkins, Shane Kilfoyle, a receiver, has done some quarterback for us, and then a couple of young guys coming up, Peyton Neer and Owen Hall. I mean, I've really seen them grow over the summer, and I'm excited to see us take that next step. But going against a tough defense every day, it's the same thing we're reading about with the Browns. You know, Baker's going to be better because you got all of those DBs out there, you know. So we're excited to see where we come out of it after this camp and, you know, after our scrimmages.